It was a much maligned decision, but it was one that arguably saved Paris. Within 3 years, however, Charles was deposed, his family's line replaced by a new dynasty, the Robertians, led by the former Count of Paris, Odo, ushered in on a wave of popularity after his victory against the Vikings. Francia was thrown back into yet more turmoil between warring factions. Rollo remained active in northern Francia for well over a decade to come. Time and time again, he utilised the now incumbent Frankish instability as a ladder to grow his own numbers and power, probably gaining new recruits in the form of Norse-Gaels ousted from Dublin in 902, as well as Vikings from all over the rest of Europe. Rollo and his men continued their piratical activities for years, perhaps from their power base at Rouen, until finally, in 910, they were halted and trapped by the city of Chartres by the new king of West Francia, the one-time successor to Charles the Bald, deemed too young to rule at the time of his father's death. But now, due to Odo's death and a resurgence of support for the Carolingians in West Francia, a king in his prime. Like his grandfather and his great-grandfather Charlemagne, the new king was called Charles, though he would be remembered under a different epithet, Charles the Simple. Just like the English king Ethelred the Unready would later do against his own attackers arriving directly from Denmark in the 10th and early 11th century, Charles's predecessors had often paid vast sums of Danegeld to get the Vikings to go away. By the early 10th century, however, after more than 7 decades of intense and consistent attacks, the West Frankish treasury simply had no more to give.